On June 11th, the day after a partial solar eclipse and Mercury cazimi, right after the eclipse, we're getting these huge puzzle pieces of awareness coming in and creating ginormous shifts in our life. Mars changing signs the day after is very symbolic of this readiness to shift our direction. Mars is about how we take action. Mars is how we kind of defend or fight, or Mars tells us a lot about what we're passionate about and how we are putting that into action. Mars is very primal, and Mars has had kind of a more difficult time in Cancer because it seems to highlight a lot more like our emotional defenses and emotional conditioning of self-protectiveness. So Mars also has kind of a more difficult time being very direct in Cancer, and Mars wants to be direct. That's Mars. It's the gas pedal. It's the go. It's the very primal, automatic, I want this or I'm reacting to this. And so Mars in Cancer, we've been kind of like second guessing or kind of just laying low, and it hasn't been as quick. Mars is going to perform a lot better, quote unquote, in Leo. This is a very dynamic shift. It's very passionate. Mars in Leo is extremely passionate. It has a regal quality to it, for sure. There's definitely an element of pride here. I think Mars in Leo is a very competitive placement. So we're going to have a lot more difficulty being wrong. There's going to be, my advice is when we get in arguments with Mars and Leo is we need to acknowledge one another. We need to acknowledge, hey, I know you didn't mean to offend, or I know you didn't mean it that way, because that's going to kind of help soften the defensiveness of Mars and Leo. There's a great deal of pride. Like, we want to be right. We want to be seen. We don't want to be seen as this person who meant to hurt or cause disruption in some way. We need to be seen from where our heart is or was or intended. So I think like that is something to watch for during this time with Mars and Leo, is acknowledging one another. We all need that right now. There's also a great deal of generosity and expressiveness that comes with Mars and Leo. A lot of affectionate elements coming to the fore as well. Now, this can be a little bit of a difficult placement this time around, only because Mars is going to continuously get closer to an opposition with Saturn, which means that it will also be getting closer to a square with Uranus. So basically, Mars is one of the hottest triggers when it comes to major planetary configurations like this. And we all know what's the core of the Saturn-Uranus square is social change. We're changing the very infrastructure of our society in order to make room and to make progress and to move forward. We're innovating right now, radically. There's some big changes that are being gradually implemented right now, and Mars will be the agitator. Mars will come in with the spear basically and say, hey, it's time to get loud about this again. Mars and Leo can be a little dramatic, like, let's get loud. Let's get loud about this issue. So we're probably going to see another uptick here around social issues. There's going to be another kind of rallying around this is important and we need to take action. We need to talk about this. And it's really going to come from a place of passion. I promise you. Like, people are going to feel extremely strongly about these issues that are coming up once again. I think we already know by following the patterns a lot of the stuff that we'll be seeing. So yeah, Mars is totally going to gaslight the Saturn-Uranus square, and it's going to put us all a little bit out of our comfort zone on a collective level, but it's going to instigate change, which is important. So yeah, pick your battles. What's important to fight for versus where might it be valuable to kind of go to the other person, kind of put our pride out of the way and say, hey, yeah, I want the same thing that you want. So yeah, there will be a time to get loud and there will be a time to level with Mars and Leo. One other thing I can just say is fixed signs. Hey, fixed signs. I know. We've been talking about it in our consults. You're feeling a little stuck these days. Mars is going to continue to push you. I know fixed signs, it's harder to make big changes, but there is a big change that is happening right now somewhere in your life with the Saturn-Uranus square. Really big, important structural changes in your life. And I know that there's a great deal of resistance because either you're not sure what's going to happen, your security might be threatened somehow. You're not sure how things are going to turn out if you make these big changes. And so sometimes the devil you know is less scary than the devil you don't. But Mars is going to continue to poke and provoke and invite you to make these changes that are going to help you level up in your life. So if you want to talk about that some more, I'm available for consultations. You can go to my website and check that out. But in the meantime, that was your astrology shot of the day, and thank you for joining me. Thanks so much for joining me today. For more astrology in your world, you can connect with me on Instagram or Twitter or Patreon at AstroCatherine. You can book your reading with me at my website, and I look forward to connecting with you.